over to Netflix and Friends, and this is going to be BBC iPlayer we're going to talk about, and we're talking about Spent, a TV series on the BBC iPlayer, written by and starring Michelle de Swart, based on her life. Well, it's kind of based on her life, to be honest with you. So at the beginning of this, you meet her, and she plays a character called Maya, and she is a high-flying model in New York, or she was a high-flying model in New York. She's a little bit older. She's going towards, she's about 38, going towards, and the first scene you have is her sat down with her accountant, and the accountant is telling her, "You are bankrupt. You have no money. Why are you spending money like this? You have a $250,000 debt." And she's like, "Yeah, because I like to go to expensive places. I have an aversion to cheap stuff," and all that. And because she's had this life as a model and everything like that, she's just been living it up you would do in New York and all that. But now she has no money. And she says, "So if I file for bankruptcy, am I only bankrupt here?" And she's like, the accountant's like, yeah. So she gets on the plane and goes back to London, where she's originally from. So she goes back to London, goes back to Brixton, but she lands in London with no money. That's the whole thing about Spent. And it's 6 episodes, and what follows is essentially her trying to figure out how she's going to live her life while having no money in London. But because of it, she has this pride, she can't tell anybody that she's bankrupt. So she's going around to her friends who used to be around with, to her mom and all that. And everybody's going, "Oh, money bags Mia, money bags Mia." And she's like, yeah, I'm just over here. I'm going to be doing a shoot for this fashion house. And where are you staying? "Oh, I'm staying over there. Oh, I'm staying over there." And she keeps lying about where she actually is and lying about her situation because she can't tell anybody that. And it goes through, it's one of these things where it's funny, but it also has this sort of dash of realism underneath it. You were talking about being a parent and watching certain things. So there's a whole section where she's trying to convince a guy to sign her up for a campaign so she can get some money, so she can do some modeling work.
Yeah.
And when they go to this bar to sort of hang out with this guy and everything like that, there's a 15-year-old girl there who is a model who is coming up from I think they say that she's from Croatia or someone like that. But she's been brought over to the UK. She's 15 years old, and the way that they're going, they're giving her drugs and all that. Now you can see that this is not going to go well. That this is kind of like all the scandalous headlines you hear about people doing what with young girls because they want to be models and because the girls want to actually get into the thing. They're like, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'll snort a line of that. I'll do this. And so it goes along, and her friend is looking at going, "Oh my God, she's 15. What are we going to do about it?" She's like, "What? That happened to me when I was 15. That's exactly what happened." In her head, she's just kind of that's just the fashion industry. So it does a little bit of that, but it also delves into her life, and it delves into her dad and her mom and what's going to happen when she gets back into London and all that. And I think I think I'll say it's very British because there's this swathe of comedies at the moment now that they're not 100% comedies. They're comedy dramas. They're comedy where there's something will make you laugh, and the next thing you know, it will be something out of a Ken Loach film. When you're when you're like, "Oh my God, why are we letting this happen? Why isn't the government doing something?" And as I said, usually I always find it quite difficult to review comedies rather than just sort of say it's funny. Because after that, what I'll say you're gonna do, you're just gonna try and recreate all the jokes, but badly. And so I think it is funny. Michelle de Swart is quite a good she's quite a good presence. She has this sort of the way she goes about it. She's very London. She's very Brixton. Yeah. She's very Brixton. Unapologetically so, the way she goes about it, the way she speaks, all that kind of stuff, the way she deals with the younger generation, and also when you watch something, you're thinking, okay, that's just stupid, and the fact that whenever she gets a little bit of money, it doesn't even touch her pocket before it's gone out. You're like, "You're bankrupt. What are you doing?" But it's just kind of, is
it spent on wasted stuff? Is it
it's spent on things I wouldn't have spent it on. Right. It's spent there's this running thing that she has about how she has this spritz bottle, this small bottle of perfume or something like that, and it's 70 quid a spray or something like that, and you're like, what the heck?
Yeah, why would you pay that?
Yeah, and so she walks around and she has all these designer clothes in her bag because obviously she got them from fashion shoots and all that. So high end, and she dresses like she's still a high end fashion, but then she sleeps on a park bench. And so I thought it was quite good. All in all, I think I would give Spent a 4, just about a 4. And the way it ends in such a way that the story can carry on. But if it ends where it ends, it's kind of like, yeah, that's just very her.
Yeah.
That's just very her. So yeah, 4 out of 4 for Spent on BBC.
Cool.
And with the Oscar music playing us off the stage, just like they had at the Emmys last week. I think that is it for our show today.